Shakur Stevenson with great, fantastic, outstanding, exciting, wonderful news. Says, I want my spot so bad I gotta grab it. I'm tired of all the talking, bro. I'm tired of all the talking coming from Shakur. He tweet real good, bro. He tweet and interview real good. It's about time for the moves, the business moves, who he chooses to align himself with. It's time for that shit to add up. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. Also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. Knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. Let's get it cracking. So, Shakur Stevenson, I've been following his career, his entire career. And just like I prefer the Tank Davis with the waves over the Tank with the braids, I prefer the Shakur Stevenson at 126 and 130 over the 135 Shakur Stevenson. See, the Shakur Stevenson at 126 ran down on Oscar Valdez, kept putting himself in position to make Oscar Valdez fight him. Put himself in position to make Jamel Herring fight him. I like that Shakur. The one that was making himself people mandatory, petitioning to get champions. He was aligned and signed to Top Rank, who had those fighters under contract to make it no excuse, no size of the street. I was rocking with it. But ever since he came to 135, it's been diva mode, it's been lying, it's been capping, it's been saying you want shit so bad but making no moves to get him. And he say he want the spot so bad he won't grab it. Well, what grabbing it looks like is aligning yourself with who you can get with to get you the fights that you need to get to enhance your career. And that's why I'm so heavy on Jerome Boots Ennis helmet. Jerome Boots Ennis aligning with Eddie Hearn and turning down offer after offer after offer, big time fights. And instead is fighting used limo. It's something I'm critical of. I was very complimentary of Tim Tszyu earlier in this channel's existence when Tim Tszyu, coming from Australia as a big Australian superstar, had all the fanfare. He was a undefeated contender, mandatory for a title. And he came over here and every promoter wanted him because he had the name in Australia. You know, if you can put him in Australia, he gonna sell out arenas. You know you can make money off of Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu looked at the lay of the land at 154 pounds. He said, Top Rank wants me, but Top Rank don't have no champions. All of the champions, all of the big names during this time, because this was 2021, 2022, they're all over there fighting on Showtime. I'm going over there. And Tim Tszyu ends up getting title shot opportunities. He ends up fighting Sebastian Fundora 2 times. He fights Tony Harrison. He did what it took to get fights that he wanted. And he don't do all the talking on Twitter. Shakur Stevenson is uniquely positioned to where he don't fucking fight under Top Rank no more. He is, by all intents and purposes, a free agent 2 times now. And both times he's been a free agent, he has chose to align himself and put himself in a position where fights are harder to get. That damn Williams and Payton fight should not have been that hard to get. They had to go through failed negotiations in 2024. Failed negotiations in 2025 to start the year for a fight that could have been in February. Falling out with Turkey because Turkey wouldn't give him the money that he wanted. Falling out with Oscar De La Hoya because Oscar De La Hoya wanted him to sign to Golden Boy for the fight. All of this roundabout way only to apologize to Turkey Alalshikh and have to end up fighting on the fucking Golden Boy card anyway. It is clear, bro. I don't know why y'all not understanding this. With the lay of the land in boxing, with Shakur Stevenson's lack of market value, and the fact that he wants such a high pay, but you're not going to get a return on any investment that you make on him. No one's got a return on their investment yet. Top Rank never got a return on their investment. Turkey Alalshikh hasn't gotten a return on his investment from Shakur Stevenson. But Shakur Stevenson is a very good fighter and a world champion. So you have to put yourself in a position where the promoter feels like they're not automatically going to lose money or lose their control over the belts or whatever the case may be. You have to go sign to where the fights are at, bro. Because by continuing to align himself with Turkey Alalshikh, he's depending on Turkey Alalshikh's generosity with him and his generosity with other fighters. And Turkey has already started letting it be known through his actions, them paydays, them mugs getting shorter to these other promoters out here. That payday to Callum Smith, he couldn't get Callum Smith to fight David Benavidez. That payday to Team Alifu to fight Devin, that shit never happened. He's starting to pull the reins back. And promoters are starting to pull the reins back on him. There is going to be a reaction to this TKO shit from promoters. There's going to be a reaction to it. Turkey is pulling back from these dudes. So by aligning yourself with him, you're using him to try to, he going to have to go to Matchroom anyway if you want to fight Andy Cruz. He'd have to go to Golden Boy anyway if you want to fight Ryan Garcia. He'd have to strike a deal with Top Rank anyway if you're going to fight Team Alifu. If you want to fight Tank Davis or Pitbull Cruz or any of them guys at 140 and 135 that PBC got, Frank Martin, whomever, right? He going to have to strike a deal with Premier Boxing Champions anyway. Top Rank. You want to fight Raymond Muratali and Unify. If you want to fight Abdullah Mason, assuming that he beats Sam Noakes, you're going to have to deal with Top Rank anyway, bro. So by putting Turkey as the middleman, you're not showing that you're really about to go grab shit. You're showing that you're about to go grab some money. And then if a fight don't get made or it's hard to make because the business don't make sense or because promoters don't want to do business with Turkey or they don't want to continue to just let Turkey have their fighters on one-off situations, you ain't showing that you're going to go grab nothing if you Shakur Stevenson, bro. And that's what I've been trying to get Shakur Stevenson fans to understand in the first place. To get fighters and promoters to do business with you when you're a free agent or do business with you when you're on the other side of the street, you got to be willing to either A, take a risk and bet on yourself and be willing to take less and show that you really are great, or you have to be some sort of big-time ticket seller to where they know they're going to make money off of you and they know it's the biggest fight of their fighter's career. All right? But as long as you're in Shakur Stevenson's position where you're a world champion, you're a really good fighter, but you fucking fighting on undercards, you going across the world to fight, and you not generating no revenue, niggas gonna be looking at you like, if I'm Top Rank, we done made Team Alifu a 2-division champion. We done made him lineal. We done put all this money into him. We already had to deal with him losing to George Kambosos. Now we're about to just put him on the Turkey card against you. So you can take his belt potentially and then just drop it. The only way Top Rank would do anything is if their matchmakers really feel confident in Team Alifu beating Shakur, in my opinion. If that fight gets made, it's because the matchmakers are telling Bob Arum, yeah, go ahead. Just like they were telling Bob Arum, yeah, go ahead with Arnold Barboza. Go ahead. He gonna beat Arnold Barboza, don't you worry about it. So we'll see what happens, but if Shakur Stevenson wants me to believe that he's really going to grab the spot and he's doing this, I need the free agent moves to match the words. I need the free agent, and that to me is the biggest problem I have with Shakur fans right now. and the biggest problem that they have with me. Y'all are very enamored with what he say. And y'all like the way that he talk. Y'all like to hear his interviews and shit while ignoring his moves. I'm watching him talk the same way y'all watching him talk, but then I watch him sign to Eddie Hearn on a 2-fight deal and end up getting a Schofield fight, prospect. Schofield ducks out. And then a Padley fight as a replacement. So under Eddie Hearn, his two opponents, because of who he signed to, were about to be Joe Cordina and Floyd Schofield. If he didn't get hurt for the Cordina fight, and Schofield didn't duck him, his fights were going to be Joe Cordina and Floyd Schofield, bro. That's what signing to people who don't have no fighters for you does for your career. It puts you in subpar fights. And now he's aligning himself with Turkey, and I just saw a fight get announced for January 10th. It's about to be October in a couple of days. October, November, December, January. We 2 or 3 months from January. When the Team Alifu fight gonna get announced? If October goes all the way through and we don't get it, it's supposed to be February. When the Team Alifu fight getting announced, bro? The Telefimu, Team Alifu. Because I stand firm. I doubt that Bob Arum, unless they play in Team Alifu a shit ton of money, now he can get a good 20% for loaning out Team Alifu. I think if Bob Arum is going to have Team Alifu lose, it's going to be to set up a fight with his in-house fighter, Keyshawn Davis. And Shakur could end up fighting a subpar opponent at the beginning of next year because of who he's aligned to. So you want to go grab it, bro? You grabbing shit. I'm going to go grab my spot. You going to grab your spot. If your spot is supposed to be the top spot, number one, you won't grab the top spot without Tank Davis. That's just a fact. You're going to either have to fight him or beat him and wait for him to retire. Those are the options. You won't be grabbing the top spot without him. It depends on him, to be honest with you. But off of that, you want to go get fights because you need great fights to get the top spot. Somebody in Shakur Stevenson's position, what his fans should be telling him is, dog, you got to go sign here. You got to go over there. Go try to make this fight. Go try to make that fight. Not committing yourself to Turkey with no fight on the table. That's what y'all are neglecting. He committed himself to Turkey again and is just hoping Turkey can get him a fight. The smart thing to do would be to commit yourself to whoever can get you the biggest fight that you want. I want this fight, this fight, this fight. Try to go get it for me and let me know what you can come back with. That's what Lomachenko did to top-ranking Bob Arum. Hey, I want a championship opportunity by my second fight. Who can get it for me? That's who I'm signing to. Top Rank said, yeah, we'll give it to you no matter what. Come on over, Loma. Because Loma really wanted to try to go grab what the fuck he wanted. It's a difference, bro. And I don't even like Lomachenko. That's how he handled his only time as a free agent. His only time he was a free agent was when he was an amateur fighter. He came out of the amateurs, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and he said, yo, I'm signing to whoever give me the quickest title shot opportunity ever. That's what I want. That's what I'm going after. Top Rank said, yo, we got it. And he signed the Top Rank. Shakur Stevenson has now been a free agent 3 times. The first time he signed the Top Rank out of the amateurs, no problem. That's your first deal. You're doing what you do. You're building yourself. That ain't no problem. The second time, he's a free agent. He signs to Matchroom and they ain't got no fighters for him. The third time, he's now a free agent. For about 5 days before committing to Turkey Alalshikh and not even knowing what fight Turkey is making for him. If you want to grab your spot, you got to move different. You ain't going to grab it this way. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub up. I'll see y'all soon.